I sometimes have a really hard time posting videos. There is a very old fear inside of me, extremely old. Like, it does come a little bit from this lifetime, being raised Catholic, but some of it also comes from like something else, and I honestly don't know what it is. If I'm going to be talking, I should probably put on a microphone. Here you go. You probably can hear me better now. So, I there we go. So, I have this like really old ancient fear, and I have been doing this publicly now on TikTok and social media for like 3 almost 4 years. And um no matter how many times a video goes viral, no matter how many times people tell me that video really helped me, that message really helped me, I still have this like fear that I don't know, some shit's gonna happen. Like I have some kind of fear that like um I'm gonna be attacked. I'm gonna be put into an insane asylum or a mental institution, or people are going to be like, that's not true. How could you possibly? Like, I just have some kind of fear. Now, that has never been a threat in this lifetime. That has never been something that has come up. It has literally never happened. And um, in this lifetime, there is no reason for me to feel like this. But I decided to take a deeper look in my astrology. And it turns out some shit happened in a past life. Um, it turns out that I very well likely have had past lives where I was some kind of true speaker, outsider, a spiritual teacher, or a visionary of some sort. Sorry, I'm looking over here because I wrote it down. Um, I probably also had some wounds. I have some wounds around my voice, visibility, truth telling in public. I've written songs because I'm like, a musician and stuff like that. I've written songs that I've literally never done anything with them because I'm afraid to be famous. That is some crazy ass bullshit. I am afraid to be seen. I'm afraid of it. And after doing this for 3.5 years, I can safely say that this is not a current lifetime thing. This is a past lifetime thing. So I also looked at a couple of other things, and it turns out that in my past lives, I very likely had some kind of occult knowledge. Um, I do have some karmic ties around the power of word secrets, psychic abilities, and soul contracts. I probably had these things with like peers, cousins, siblings in those other past lives. And there may have been some kind of betrayal in those other past lives. So that is probably also why I don't like sharing where I live. Um, Putting up my recently, I think it was just this past week, I put up my mailing. Like I bought a box like far away from me, and a mailing box, and I put that up, and I actually sat on it for a really long time. I sat on it for so long because I have this like crazy internal fear. Um, but then my Pluto is actually saying, well, that's not actually crazy. This actually probably happened. My Saturn also confirms my Pluto that I carry some kind of past life issues when it comes to trust, speaking my truth, and emotional vulnerability. Because I actually started to do a vlog like a long time ago, and I had every intention of like keeping up with it. I never finished it. I never like, I'm gonna move this, sorry. I never finished it. I never like kept going with it. I think I posted like one, and I actually continued to um record, never posted anything. I have this like wild fear about being seen. So this right here, this video, I am going to post this video. This is me breaking that fear, but I'm also going to speak to people who resonate with this. People who resonate with this message, people who resonate with this also old fear where you're just like, this isn't from this lifetime. You have no reason. So I wrote down a couple of things. Excuse me. I wrote down a couple of things. And these are going to be some affirmations that I take into meditation. This fear is old. This fear is not mine. I release it with love. So that's going to be the first one. This fear is old. This fear is not mine. I release it with love. I also have, so this is from this lifetime. I do have some trauma around performance from when I was a child. And I just felt like forced to perform a lot. Like that was something that happened a lot when I was younger. I studied violin, viola. I ended up becoming a professional violist. But when I was younger, like I felt forced to perform a lot, and that really, really damaged me. And sometimes when a camera's on, or when I know that there's an audience, it's just like performance. That doesn't mean that like the tarot readings that I've done are performance. It doesn't remove the validity of anything, but it's just like I feel like I want to release the image of performance, of entertainment, because this is social media. My medium of getting the message out is social media. There are so many people out there who do bits and all that kind of stuff. Never once have I ever tried to do a bit. The thing with the beginning of my opening for every video, the stop scrolling my love, that's actually a ritual. And it's important for me to have that ritual because for as long as I've been alive, I've always had that stage fright, you know? So I feel like if I can step into a space of ritual and not step into a space of like, here's a video and here's something for your entertainment purposes, I feel like it actually calms me down. So for the person who's watching this and who's also maybe resonating with this and feels the same way, I also encourage some kind of like ritualistic thing. Even by saying like something as simple as I surround myself with love and light. It could be that simple, you know? The other thing though is like I wrote down this, and I've done this for a long time, but I just felt the need to write it down again. And it says, I call in the people who need this transmission. Let it reach who is meant for. Let me be a vessel, not a performer. And I felt like that was just, and I feel like I needed to say that to myself, my inner child, I feel like I need to let her know, honey, you have healed from the days of needing and having to perform. Sometimes I don't post every day because I feel like my dad is here all over again, forcing me to do something that I don't want to do. I feel like that is a block, and I need to forgive and release. I need to forgive and release. But then the other thing with this is that, like, it's not entirely like him, it's also past life. But man, let me tell you what, all of that past life stuff is wrapped into that trauma of being forced to perform. And um and I'm 41 years old and that is still bothering me. It still hurts. It still feels like it still feels like a monkey being forced to perform. That's what it felt like when I was younger. And it feels like that. It doesn't feel like that now. I just remember. I think that's what it is. I think I just remember the feeling. I remember the feeling of, like, do this or else. Like, that really, really sucked. Yeah, do this or else. So I want to be a vessel. I want to, and I love being a vessel, actually. I love being a vessel so much. I actually very much enjoy being a vessel. Let me be the vessel. Put the words in my mouth, the images in my mind, the words in my ears. Let it be clear. Let the messages come through into my mind, into my body clearly, so that way I can be a clear channel. Let me be a clear voice, a clear transmission for all those who need it, including myself. Because sometimes the messages are for me too. And then the next thing I wrote down is I want to talk to my inner oracle. I remember you. I see you. It is safe now. I am not becoming an oracle. I'm not becoming a mystic. I am returning to it. And that felt wild. Like, that download felt wild. And I've gotten that download so many times over so many years. And I love that so much. I am returning to it. So for the fear, the best thing to do, and this is what I tell all of my clients who come to me and are like, how do I move through the fear? And the best thing to do is to acknowledge it. So this is my fear. This is me being extremely vulnerable. This is my fear. My fear here needs to be acknowledged. My wound needs to be acknowledged. My inner child needs to be acknowledged. So what I'm going to say to all of them is, I see you. I see you. But we are safe now. That fear, that worry, It does not belong here in the present time. In the present time, I am safe, we are safe, and fear has no platform here. Fear has no place here. Fear does not belong here in my heart. I cast it out and I return it to the earth where it can be transmuted. I am an ancient, old mystic. I am an ancient, old oracle. And I have come back in this lifetime to use it, to remember. I have come back in this lifetime to share freely, unconditionally, with love, and to spread light. I have come back in this lifetime to ignite the light in all. I am free of fear. I am free of fear. Wow, I just feel it melting away. I am free of fear. I am free of all fear. And it no longer lives here. Thank you for sitting with me.